Atmos Games production. The video you see on the screen is a playthrough of the hit game Coma, released in 2000 and... when was it, 8 or 9? 2009. The game was created by Thomas Brush as an 18-year-old boy in the South area of the United States of America, of the world of United Peoples. This game was created using Flash and was 15 minutes long. It went viral and 8 million people played the game. Thomas Brush felt so good about himself that he decided to make games because he loved making this game and it made him famous. At least he thought it did, but really it didn't because it went viral. It doesn't really matter. It's just a Flash game. Thomas Brush decided to recreate this game and call it Once Upon a Coma. Technically, this game you just played was a sequel, but Thomas Brush decided he was going to remake the entire thing. Thomas Brush utilized the Kickstarter community, which Kickstarter is really a community of wonderful, like-minded, generous individuals willing to support the game. The names you see on this screen are people who supported the game at an exponentially expensive rate. Thomas Brush was proud and excited and grateful of these people who supported this game. What you see on screen is an example of true ambition, of true enjoyment of the creative arts. In this game, it's a little bit different than the actual game. What? I'll speed it up, okay? Jeez, I'm crow, there's a lot to cover. Just hold on. In this game, you play as this little black thingy named Peet, and you explore the world around you. The current version of Once Upon a Coma is a little bit different than the actual original Coma. The character himself is no longer a black bean, but you'll notice that some of the side quests are the same. For example, collecting a hook or a needle of some kind to pop the boy caught in the well is something that is repeated in both games. Running across the field, seeing the flowers, seeing the grass, seeing the flags, seeing the sky, seeing the fireflies is all part of the experience for both versions of the game. Jumping on top of things that look quite like a male organ is also part of this experience. Now, as you can see right here, that we are stabbing Simeon and popping the well, and this actually takes you down below the earth. What you'll notice is when you actually drop down into the well area of the game, it is quite similar, except the name is different. The silver chute. You'll notice that the silver chute is guided by a light that you see swinging on this vine. When you decide to explore the world, you'll notice that it's a lot different than the Spiderian Well. The Spiderian Well was a complete remake, as was the game itself, so who cares? There is a snake here, and you'll notice that getting inside the snake's belly is considered part of this level, whereas in the new game, you don't quite get in the snake's belly, rather it is a boss battle. Now, upon re-examination, you'll notice that the placement of all of the levels, placement of the water, placement of the titles, placement of the colors, placement of the pixels. Everyone enjoys this game regardless of if it was changed, alright? It was changed. This game is different than the sequel. It's different than the reboot. So what I will say is Thomas Brush decided that the best thing to do, the best course of action would be to create a completely new game because he didn't want to piss off his fans. Running to the right here, you'll notice that the Shield Bend area is similar to the Neverwood Woods. Chill Bend is named differently, obviously, than Neverwood. The Neverwood title is completely different than Chill Bend. If you have a problem with it, you can go and, just take a breather. There are some interesting aspects to this version of the game that make me wonder if I actually made the I'm sorry, I'm speaking in first person here. There are some things that Thomas Brush considers that he probably should have put in the remake of the game, for example, this trampoline. But he didn't have time, and he's pissed now that he didn't do it. But this trampoline is actually one of the key hallmark features of the original Flash game. It's what made the game viral. It's what gave it 8 million views. And Thomas wishes that he could put it in the game, but now he knows that he didn't have the time at all. Jumping into the clouds is another experience that you just want to experience for yourself. Running in the clouds is something that's special, and Thomas wishes that he could put it in the remake. There's this creature in the sky, this fat, old lump of coal that you can talk to, and it's Boyce's mother. Perhaps in the future, if I add some DLC if Thomas adds DLC content, he will one day be able to add Boyce's mother. Dropping down below, you can bounce extra high. Dropping down below, you can drop down. Dropping and jumping, listening to music, running to the left, looking at the boys hang. Up the hill, just over the grate and out of the woods. Peet is exploring and exploring fun. Thomas liked to make this game he did. Now, as you'll notice, sometimes things in this game are incohesive and the story is not necessarily something you would enjoy, because it doesn't quite make sense. This is because Thomas created this game on his bedroom mattress when he was 18 years old in the middle of school, and he didn't quite have the budget or the time to create a 100% cohesive storyline. This is why the remake is so important. Thomas Brush decided that it was important that the new remake game, would be much more exciting with a cohesive story. Putting the story together was a challenge because he wanted to ensure that the game would be repeated and similar to the other one, this one, but he also wanted to make sure that it stood on its own. Although there are plenty of things that are similar about this game, for example, the characters of Gumboysa, John, and Peet, there is plenty that is new that allows the story to grow and flourish into a story about childhood. This game, not necessarily, is about childhood. Now, as you can see, we are coming up on the ending of the game. You'll notice there is very little boss fights, there is actually no action, there is nothing that you'll see in this game that is remotely similar to the new game, and that's because Thomas couldn't take it. He couldn't handle the fact that this game made no sense. He couldn't handle the fact that he was remaking a 10-year-old game. He's different, he's new, he's not the same. I'm a different person. I am not who you thought I was. Everybody keeps telling me to make the game the way it was, but it's not. I'm in charge. This is an Atmos Games production. The video you see on the screen, hit game Coma, released in 2000 and when was it, 8 or 9? 2000.